Summertime and the living is easy. Fish are jumping and the cotton is high. Your daddy's rich and your mama's good looking. So hush, little baby, don't you cry.
Born in Timmins, Ontario, many, many years ago. And don't ask me how long, okay? Many years ago, and then I had a music store there in Timmins. I've been playing since I'm 10 years old. I used to play up in Timmins, the same place as Shania Twain played, by the way. And one of my best friends was Stomping Tom Connors. He started in Timmins. He's a good friend of mine. He passed away now. But that was a really good music place, very, very small town of Northern Ontario, 29,000 people. And I started pretty very young, and I have never stopped. No, my father was a music lover, and I was supposed to be a country singer, and he bought me a guitar, and he bought the piano for my sister, but she wouldn't play, so I played the piano and never played the guitar, which is okay with me, you know. Well, I took lessons, not very long, 3-4 years. But my ear was so good at that point that after 3 years, my teacher called my father and said he was wasting his money. I would never play the piano. Yeah, so that's how it goes sometimes. But I practice. I'm like 9-10 hours a day. I'd be on the piano, drive my father right out of the house.
Keep that breathless charm. Won't you please arrange it? 'Cause I love you and the way you look tonight. I do. Mr. Maurice Struen, ladies and gentlemen. This is always a pleasure.
I was about 20 years old. I had a couple of music stores way up in Timmins, and then I started to work in Quebec, a place called Rouyn-Noranda. Reason for that, it's only about maybe 100 miles from Timmins, but it's in Quebec, and you can play there at 18. And in those days, you could not go into a hotel unless you were 21. Then when I turned 21, I went back to Timmins, and then I started to play in the local clubs down there. It was unbelievable. I played every night. Probably about 15 years. You know, when you don't know what you're doing, you succeed. I went to Detroit, and I just picked up the telephone, and I phoned an agent out of the telephone book, and I went to see him, and I was working that night. I started right away. Yeah, you talk about luck, you know, it doesn't happen. And then I wanted to come back to Canada. This is when I had the occasion to come down in Saskatoon. Then I decided to retire from music totally. Well, that lasted about 2 months, you know, and I started to play back here in Saskatoon. Good musicians in Saskatoon, tremendous musicians in Saskatoon. And I've been playing ever since again.
You know, I got to say one thing. They called me a jazz pianist. I don't think I'm a jazz pianist. I'm a jazz piano player, but I don't prefer any music over the other one. This one she's doing is beautiful. Country music. Some of the songs that Hank Williams wrote is enough to tear your heart apart. It's so beautiful. And you can just pay attention to this. The words of this one, it's beautiful. It's a gorgeous song. So I just want to say that I'm not against any kind of music. I have no preference. I play what she wants me to play, and now she wants me to play some country music. So you know how it goes. I got to satisfy her.
So you do as you're told.
You know what I like about her?
Oh, be quiet.
Nothing.
Well, first of all, I want to explain what I think of jazz. Jazz is a big, big word. It means a lot of things. You can hear Sinatra sing and beautiful jazz things in the background. I was never interested in real deep jazz where it seems to be that you don't know what they're playing, that kind of stuff. So I still like the melody. I liked George Shearing when I was growing up a lot because he was very melodic and very, very clean. We call that light jazz. So I'm a very light jazz musician. Freddie Fender many years ago came out with a song called Feelings. It's not jazz at all, but you can play it with a nice little flair. I'll show you what I mean. So, you know, and see, it's not a jazz tune, but you can still play it with feeling. It's called Feelings. A jazz tune might be a... There was a lot of great, when I was growing up, more than now. Peterson, of course, he's crazy. This man could do absolutely anything, and he had hands so big, you swear to God his fingers would hit 2 notes. I've never seen a man play so fast and so clean in my life. He passed away about 2 years ago. Apart from that, I've never really listened to music a lot. I play and I just play the way I feel, and I hope it comes out okay. That's about it. So there's many moods you can do it. You know what I mean? Depends on how you feel, you know. All right, you got me. I'm convinced.
I'm a little bit wacko because I find everything funny. I find life funny. And when we started to play tonight, this is a beautiful theater. I've never worked in this theater. And I got to see one thing. I'm in Saskatoon. We do a lot of music there. And you know what? She's local. I'm local. We're just as good as anybody else. You know? I say that because, you know, I've been fighting this all my life. Oh, with a local group, but, you know, we're not fighting anymore. We draw like crazy. We're pack house whenever we play. And this lady here is from PA. What a voice. That's a gift. You don't learn that.
Fly me to the moon, let me play among the stars. Let me see what spring is like on Jupiter and Mars. In other words, hold my hand. In other words, baby, kiss me.
Basically, most of the talent that I've discovered is our vocalists. Because I'm convinced in my mind that music is very good, but a vocalist draws the crowds, pleases the crowd. It's beautiful to hear someone sing. And I've always worked very well with vocalists. In fact, when I was back in Timmins, I used to work with different vocalists every week. They bring a vocalist up every week, and I did that for 15 years. So I learned to understand how to play with vocalists. There was Melanie Gibbs, there was Jamie Donlevy, that's very, very good from here right now. She's a great jazz singer. Heidi Monroe. I can go on and on. Right now, I'm focusing on Katrina Tai. She is good to work with, beautiful looking person, nice with the public, trained for opera many years ago. And she learned to like this kind of music, and we've been working together now for about 2 years, and it's working fine.
Tonight.
Where do I look?
All right. Yes, you're lovely, with that smile so warm and your cheeks so soft. There is nothing for me but to love you, and the way you look tonight.
I feel that music is one thing, but you have to really learn how to entertain and get along with the audience. And everything worked for us, and it's still working very, very well.
There was a joke when I was younger, that's a few years ago, when I was 35, it was 2 years ago. We used to change the title of this song, because it's an old song, an old sing-along song. It's called Bye Bye Blackbird. We called it the Italian Partridge. It was funny then, it's funny now, okay? Okay. That $10 you picked up, that was mine, I dropped it.
I got bored. K1.
Okay, here we go.
Pack up all my cares and woe. Here I go, singing low. Bye bye, blackbird. Where somebody waits for me. Sugar sweet, so is he. Bye bye, blackbird. No one here can love or understand me. Oh, what hard luck stories they all hand me. To make my bed and light the lights, I'll arrive late tonight. Blackbird, bye-bye.
I'm stuck!
You made me love you. I don't want to start laughing now. You woke me up to do it. No. I thought you'd like that. I told you my sense of humor, right? There's such great songs written. There's one by Michel Legrand right now that's got me just... he wrote this song. It's a play on words because the words, if I remember it all, it's about life, but he calls it about music. It's called How Do You Keep the Music Playing? How do you make it last? How can you keep the song from fading too fast?
If you have program ideas that you'd like to see on Local On Demand, write us at max.local@sasktel.com. Max Local programming is now available online at maxonline.sasktel.com.